Overview of the development process. There are 3 stages in the development process for both online and hybrid courses. In the planning stage, the Center for Teaching, Learning, and Online Education team prepares for production. Tasks include determining the list of projects, updating numerous documents, conducting training, and issuing contracts. During this stage of the process, you should start to outline your course and curate materials. We'll talk about these activities in more detail as the course progresses. The production stage begins when your instructional designer receives your first submission according to the development timeline. It's an iterative process that involves the submission and revision of content until your course is complete. Please note, instructional designers work on 10 to 12 courses per term, sometimes more, so you will not receive immediate feedback. Keep submitting materials according to the timeline, and you will receive a response. When you and your instructional designer agree that the course is complete, it enters the final phase, review and stipend. This phase begins with an internal quality matters, often referred to as QM, a review completed by a different instructional designer. A course must receive a score of 85 or better to meet all essential standards to pass. Courses that are successful move on to the director for final approval. When final approval is given, the course is placed on the schedule. If a review is unsuccessful, the course must be revised until it passes. Development compensation becomes payable upon final approval from the director. It's paid at the end of the term in which the course is developed. There are 2 roles that are critical to the success of a development project. First is you, the subject matter expert, also known as the faculty developer. You curate and create content that shares your subject matter expertise, nursing, British literature, accounting, etc., with students. This includes learning outcomes, narrative context, learning activities, and assessments. The other role is the instructional designer, or as we like to think of ourselves, your new best friend. We bring expertise on pedagogy and andragogy as well as educational technology tools to the project. We will do the work in Sakai for you. Ultimately, it's our responsibility to ensure that the course produced is cohesive, aligned, and rigorous. We want to highlight the role of communication in the development process. Effective communication between the faculty developer and instructional designer is an essential component to a successful project. As you know, a lot of communication occurs via email, but we may also talk from time to time over the phone or via Zoom. When we reach out, please answer all questions asked and provide information requested in a timely manner. If you will be unable to respond to messages for a period of time, please let us know in advance if possible. Ongoing communication problems with the faculty developer will be taken to appropriate academic leadership. Every semester, we develop a timeline to which projects must adhere. The timeline for this semester is included in the module. Let's look at the general structure. You'll notice that it's built around weekly assignments. For an 8-week course, you will have 1 module per week. For 8-week courses, you will have 1 module due per week. For 16-week courses, you will have 2 modules due per week. Pay close attention to the due dates highlighted in red. These are cutoff points. With the number of projects we have each term, we have to focus our efforts on those projects that have the best likelihood of finishing. So, on all these dates, if all modules due up to this point are not submitted, production will stop on the course, and it will be queued for subsequent term. For example, if you're developing an 8-week course, modules 1 through 3 must be submitted by week 3. We understand that things happen and will be flexible when extenuating circumstances exist. Each semester, there is a final date by which all courses must be finished. Before moving on to the next topic, please take a few moments to familiarize yourself with the timeline you must follow.